Good morning, everybody. I've been thinking a little bit more about the nature of sheep and our relationship with God, and how that all plays out. And there are countless of examples to dive deeper into to dive into that relationship of God as the shepherd, us as sheep, whatever version of that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about John 10, where it's essentially an entire chapter of Jesus diving into all these sheep metaphor, and he starts by talking about the gate that the sheep pass through to get to the pasture, and the sheep pass through the gate opened by the shepherd, and if anyone tries to get in any other way, then they're a robber, a thief. And then he compares himself to he makes himself the gate, that I am the gate that all these sheep must pass through. And then he moves to being the shepherd. I'm the good shepherd who looks after and protects his flock, who doesn't flee when there's danger, who looks out for, protects, and lays down his life for his sheep. And then it continues on, and he talks about how he has explained and laid down, he's explained who he is, but they didn't hear because they're not a sheep, because the sheep have a specific relationship with the shepherd where they know his voice, they know what he's saying. And they simply don't have that, and there's just they pile on sheep metaphor after sheep metaphor after sheep metaphor. But I think it's an important one to kind of remember a few things, that we are inherently followers. Even those of us that end up in leadership in some form, like, it's still just a form of following, that we all are called to follow after the good shepherd, that we have to know his voice and follow him. We need to know what the path is. We need to know that there's only one gate that we're working towards, and all the things that we do and what's available anywhere else and what's all accessible to us doesn't matter. It's simply about getting through that one gate. And also, I think it's important to note, and the last metaphor he ends on is this idea that we can't be snatched away. We talked a lot yesterday about being the one, the flock of 100 sheep, and one leaves, and the shepherd goes after the one. And there's a reason that it's not about the sheep that is taken. It's one that runs. It's one that chooses to flee. And when we flee from the flock, when we flee from God, we flee from him. It's not because Satan made us or forced us to. He might have deceived or manipulated or whatever, but it's always our choice to flee. And there are any number of reasons why we want to do that, because we see that there's, literally the grass is greener, or there's we're just don't want to go where we're going. But I just think it's such a valuable metaphor, and there's a reason that it's so prevalent throughout Scripture, is positioning ourselves as someone who knows the leader. And that's what's so important. It's not about knowing the path or knowing the way. It's just about knowing the voice of the one who does. I just want to encourage you with that this morning, and I hope that it's a valuable reminder. I'll pray quickly and send you on your week. God, I just want to thank you for this day, and thank you for being a good shepherd. I want to thank you for laying down your life for us when there was danger. I want to thank you for being a good leader and being a good guide, a good shepherd, a good protector. I just pray that we would have a spirit of contentment to just remain with you, to stay with you, no matter where you lead us, no matter what you lead us through. And I just pray that we wouldn't have a spirit of fleeing, that we would remain by your side, and that you'll provide for us, and that no one can snatch us away. God, we love you, we praise you, and we thank you. Pray this in your son's heavenly name. Amen.